This will be the last session on implementing the risk responses. And here we are going to talk about one of these important tools, the risk audits and reviews to enhance the project success. So, risk audits and reviews are essential components of effective risk management during the project execution. They ensure that the risk response is implemented and working as planned, and the project remains aligned with its objectives. Here we'll talk about the risk audits to assess the effectiveness of the risk management practices. We'll see how to conduct regular reviews to ensure the risks are managed proactively. We'll focus on improving the processes and updating the risk strategies. And to start by understanding the purpose of risk audits. So, the primary purpose of risk audits is to evaluate how well risks are being managed during the execution. So again, the purpose of risk audits to assess the effectiveness of the risk responses during the execution, also to identify gaps in risk management processes, and based on that, you need to take a corrective action to, let's say, to solve these gaps. And finally, it ensures the alignment with the project objectives. And for example, here in a software development project, an audit may uncover that certain risks like the dependency on a third party APIs were not, let's say, mitigated correctly. And this insight allow the team to take a corrective action and avoid the project delays. Here are the key steps involved when conducting a risk audit. Conducting risk audit involves systematic steps. First, you need to define the audit scope or define the audit objective and scope. Next, you need to collect and review risk-related data. Third step, to evaluate the effectiveness of your risk responses. Finally, you document the findings and recommendation. For example, in a marketing campaign, reviewing the risk response data might show that competitor analysis risks were underestimated. Documenting these findings ensure a continuous improvement in risk management. How to review risk responses? So, reviewing risk responses is a critical part of audit. It involves analyzing whether the implemented strategies effectively mitigated the risks or not. So, ensure to evaluate the effectiveness of the implemented risk responses. Also, identify any gaps or missed risks that you have, let's say, missed to identify. Ensure that you adapt the responses based on your audit findings. Tools used for risk audits. So tools like the risk register, the checklists, streamlines the audit process by providing a structured data for evaluation. Leverage these project management software tools to track all of these risks and to document all of the audit outcomes and your project. You may also conduct a workshop with key stakeholders to update them about these findings of these risk audits to keep them aligned and to ensure the transparency within your stakeholder, which will increase the trust between you and the stakeholders. Continuous risk improvement strategy. So, continuous improvement in risk management involves learning from the past experiences and integrating those lessons to the future planning. So ensure that you learn from the past risks of the previous projects that were conducted, which has a similar, let's say, nature or scope. Look at the audits that were let's say, conducted. Look at the results or the outcomes of these audits. So you may, let's say, consider implementing it and at your project to avoid these risks. Ensure also to update the risk management plans regularly, foster a culture of proactive risk management. Benefits of conducting risk audits. So, risk audits provide a tangible benefits such as better risk response strategies and increase on the project resilience, also increasing the stakeholder confidence. For example, let's say in a healthcare IT project, the regular audits reassured the stakeholders that the patient data security risks were effectively managed, boosting their confidence and their project success. And here is a real world example, let's say in a construction project risk audit. In a large construction project, unforeseen site conditions led to delays. A mid-project risk audit revealed that the need for additional geotechnical studies. By adjusting the schedules and reallocating resources, the project team minimized the impact of these emergent risks, ensuring the timely completion. Integrating risk audits to the project execution. What is exactly the relation of handling risks and conducting risk audits to the execution phase? So integrating risk audits to into project execution ensures risks are constantly monitored and managed. So ensure to have, let's say, or schedule regular audits as part of your project milestones to ensure your, let's say, effectiveness of your risk register and for the continuous improvement and monitoring. Involve cross-functional teams for a comprehensive review, especially with the experts that are expert in the field that you are running the project on. Use these findings to refine the overall risk management approach in case if needed. And that will enhance your decision making and will enhance your proactive actions to manage these project risks. To summarize our session on risk audits and conducting these risk audits and reviews, we say that risk audits and reviews are vital for assessing the effectiveness of the risk management during the project execution. By integrating lessons learned from past projects and fostering a continuous improvement environment, project teams can enhance the project resilience and maintain stakeholder trust.